Hi guys. I'm here today to talk about the idea of confidence and how to find it. And to me, this is very important because I've been on this journey for the majority of my life, and I'm 100% sure that that's the same case with many other people. I also feel like this topic needs to be discussed more in the media and out loud, so that's why I'm up here on the stage today, to take the first steps to start true conversation. So for one, you have to surround yourself with the right people. Someone really dear to me once told me that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This means that those you hang out with can have an influence on you, whether it's physical, digital, or mental. And these aren't just my words. This quote comes straight from Jim Rohn, an entrepreneur turned author. Oprah Winfrey also states the same, saying that the right people you surround yourself with can help you better yourself. You know, when I first got to high school, I found myself being separated from most of my middle school friends. Some went to other schools while others took different classes. Looking back at it now, I know it was beneficial, but as a freshman, I was really nervous. I had to, for the first time in a while, I had to learn how to make choices on my own. And you rarely get an opportunity for a fresh start, so I was really aware of this and making my way into these hallways. Fortunately for me, I ended up finding friends who bring out the best in me. They were part of the positive environment I chose to create for myself, and I found that surrounding myself with positivity was a step towards feeling positive inside and out. Another thing I did was I found what I was passionate about. Let me ask you this. Who in here has wanted something so bad? I mean, it would be the first thing you think about when you wake up in the morning, and the last thought that goes to your mind when you go to bed at night. Okay, that's the majority of us, right? Well, how did you feel when you dedicated hours and hours of hard work, blood, sweat, and tears, and after all that time you finally get your hands on that one thing? That feeling right there, that feeling you get of joy, that feeling you get of power, that feeling you get of, I can do this, that feeling right there is confidence. So when I first got to middle school, I was surrounded by people who were insanely talented. It seemed that no matter where I turned, everyone excelled in at least one thing, and that was a real damper on my road to confidence. I thought that there was something wrong with me because I didn't have that one thing that I found in myself yet. But little did I know that I had yet to find it, because in high school I fell in love with video editing. I knew that this was my one skill because whenever I'm at that keyboard, I get a thrill knowing that I'm putting time and effort into something that I can call my own. And if I felt this way about something that I was passionate in, then I'm 100% sure that all those kids from middle school felt the same exact way. Editing videos for me has been a huge confidence boost because I finally have that one thing that sets me aside from everyone else. And I know that I can never get tired of it because I genuinely love to do it. But I couldn't have found this one thing without taking the leap and trying new things, aka getting out of my comfort zone. I mean, it was really scary, don't get me wrong, but it ultimately pushed me in the right direction. So something else I would say is you should treat yourself a little bit. Author and psychotherapist Emily Roberts states that small acts of self-care, some taking less than a minute, can help you raise your self-esteem and make you feel happier. So you don't have to treat yourself like with manicures and pedicures, you know, that you go and deal with face masks. You don't have to do that. In fact, you can treat yourself through getting an extra hour of sleep, maybe exercising, writing your feelings out in your journal, dancing around in your room to that favorite song you like. You can do that. But I'm going to delve a little bit into positive statements called affirmations. I found these really helpful, and I still say these in the mirror every single morning to this day. So I would stand in the mirror, and I would say the following. I am beautiful, I am confident, I am hardworking, and I can face challenges. At first I didn't believe it, but as the days progressed, I kept saying it until it became true to me, and it did. And do you guys believe me? Didn't seem like it. All right. Well, why don't we say it for ourselves? I'd like you guys to repeat after me, okay? Okay. I am beautiful. I am beautiful. All right. That was good, but I want you guys to really feel the words, okay? All right. Ready? I am beautiful. I am beautiful. Okay. I am confident. I am confident. I am hardworking. I am hardworking. And I can face challenges. I can face challenges. Woo! Okay. That was awesome. And I don't know about you guys, but after saying that, I feel 10 times more pumped. And for me, the reason is that stating these affirmations really lets your subconscious know that you're worth that love and attention because you're putting your time into yourself. And actions like that are so small, like stating a few words, that can go so far in the long run. The last thing I want to leave you with is to focus on things that you can't control. I personally found that the moment you shift your focus to yourself is the moment that true growth can begin. I'm not going to lie, recently, this year more specifically, I was not that confident in my ability to learn. I thought that I wasn't as intelligent because I wasn't taking as many AP classes, advanced placement classes as most of my friends. My schedule's already set in stone, and although there's nothing I could do to change my classes, I still moped around about the fact that I wasn't challenging myself, or I didn't get to see my friends that often because they were off doing bigger and bigger things. This type of thinking really set me back from what I could have accomplished, and that was something that, to be honest, I kind of regret. If I could go back in time and change it, I would in a heartbeat. It's easy to fall into the trap of trying to please other people and trying to fit in, but you got to realize that no matter what you do, those people are still going to accomplish their own actions and form their own beliefs. The one thing that you can do is focus on yourself. If you take the time to do that and not worry about what anyone else thinks, you're going to attract those same values. What you put out is actually what you end up getting. To me, finding confidence will be the most important journey you'll go on. Through it, you may make mistakes, get hurt, feel uncomfortable, and unexpectedly fall down. But even after all those trials, the most important part is getting up, dusting off your knees, and going back into that ring for another go. Being up here right now, delivering the speech to you, this is a part of my journey. This required a lot of confidence.